He's an associate fellow at IFRI, which is the French Institute of International Relations. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. Now, is it too early to hail this as a success, this seemingly peaceful transition of power?
Yes, it's probably too early. The electoral process was characterized by a general lack of transparency, and therefore there's a lot of doubts about the electoral results. And also the main question now is to know whether this change of president is a change of regime or not.
And that is the big question, because, of course, a leader of the Catholic Church in the DRC has expressed concerns that outgoing Kabila, the former president, will actually continue to control affairs of the state even when he's officially exiting.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because the presidential election, the Congolese people were not only voting for the presidential election, they were also voting for the parliament and the provincial parliaments. And there, the results were the fact that Kabila's party, the FCC, won most of the seats in the National Assembly and most of the provinces, which means that they will also control the Senate. So they will control the National Assembly, the Senate, the provincial assemblies, and therefore also the post of Prime Minister, because Prime Minister is supposed to be from the parliamentary majority.
Now, among all this uncertainty, the election campaigning itself was rather divisive in the country along both ethnic and political lines. What can the new leadership here do to try and bring the citizens of this country together?
Well, it's been said that Felix Tshisekedi will try to create a government of national union. So he's probably going to try to reach out to some other opposition parties. And his speech, he's going to make a speech now, and he will probably talk about this. That's probably the most obvious move when it comes to turning the page of those divisive elections.
Turning the page, but there are still a plethora of issues at hand here. We're talking about everything concerning the economy, which is rather fraying at the moment, even corruption. A lot of issues that he needs to tackle.
Well, he needs to tackle, but I think a man alone cannot do it. So that's where the issue of is it a change of regime or just a change of president is important. If only it is only a change of president, he won't be able to tackle all those issues, because the Kabila's camp will still control, as I say, most of the institutions and all the departments and all the key administration, including the security services.
So a lot less historic than the picture that's currently being painted. Now, looking at this from an outside perspective, initially we had both the African Union and the EU doubting this inauguration, the entire process, but certainly for the time being, they're saying that they are somewhat prepared to start working with Tshisekedi.
Yes, they had no choice than accept the fait accompli, basically, of that election. There's been the fact that the Catholic Church said they published some results that are contrary to the results of the Electoral Commission. There was even a leak of results from the Electoral Commission a few days ago. So it's pretty clear for a lot of actors, both Congolese and foreign actors, that the results of those elections are not the will of the people. But nevertheless, they have to accept the official results. And in the meantime, I think the African Union and the SADC discredited themselves quite a lot by changing very quickly their position, because initially they asked for a recount of the votes, and after they say, well, we take note of the election of Felix Tshisekedi, which is a diplomatic way to say that, well, we cannot do anything, so we accept it.
Earlier you mentioned, of course, waiting